All right. I'm going live right now. I'm gonna recap the Saturday and Sunday games because it's the weekend. Now, today is a holiday, Monday, it's Martin Luther King Day. I apologize, y'all. If you see me mute at any point in this video, it's because I have a nagging cough because I am coming off having the flu on Thursday. All right. You know what up, Jared? All right, first up, 49ers and the Seahawks. Pretty boring game. It's what I expected to happen. Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year. Geno Smith sucks. Pete Carroll is the reason they made the playoffs and the NFL because they robbed the Lions in a game Detroit didn't even play. Yeah. San Francisco. Brock Purdy looks good. It looks good. I think San Francisco is the team that beat in the NFC. Next up, the Chargers and the Jags. Trevor Lawrence had probably the worst first half I've ever seen. All for him to turn into playoff Tom Brady in the second half. If y'all didn't know, I picked the Jags because I don't trust the Chargers' run defense, and it actually showed up a bit. Brandon Staley needs to be sent to North Korea. If the Chargers want to be a serious contender, Brandon Staley needs to get sent to North Korean. Actually, not North Korean, North Korea, because he cost the Chargers this game greatly with his poor mismanagement, poor play calling, and Joe Lombardi is his buddy. So Joe Lombardi is going. So Brandon Staley is going. So if Brandon Staley gets fired, they're bringing Joe Lombardi with him. All right, moving on to the Sunday games. A surprisingly great game between Buffalo and Miami, and at first it was going to be a blowout. Sorry about that. We got the Bills and the Dolphins. Surprisingly, a great game. Here's my hot take: Miami's going to win the division next year if Tua's fully healthy. All they need to do is just get a better offensive line. Their offensive line stinks. Yeah, here's Miami. Spoiler alert, I don't think Buffalo has a fighting chance to beat Cincinnati next week. We'll get to the Bengals later, though. Miami would have won by 20 with Tua. They would have. I've been saying since week 8 the Bills are overrated. Then they lose to the Jets and the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins. They lose to the Jets and they lose to Minnesota. And I'm like, yeah, they're overrated. And I'm telling y'all, they don't stand a fighting chance. That defense is not that good. Joe Burrow's going to light them up. The Bengals will torch them. And even if they get by them, they're going to get killed by Patty Mahomes. Next up. Boy, probably my favorite game of the wild card weekend. New York Giants, Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings. What happened? How do you lose to the New York Giants? Yeah, I had to do the James Droege reference. I had to bring that out. Um, what I called? I'm 4 for. That made me 4 for 4. The Giants. Daniel Jones. He's the guy. Daniel Jones is the guy. He balled out in his first playoff game. Now he's gonna have his hands full with Philly, but I do think they can beat Philly. If Davis Webb almost beat them, I think Daniel Jones can beat them in Philly. I think Daniel Jones can definitely beat Philly because Davis Webb almost beat them. That was with Jalen Hurts back from injury. That was with Hurts coming back. The Giants held Dalvin Cook in check. They also locked up Justin Jefferson. Just put Adoree on A.J. Brown and they'll lock him up because Adoree played phenomenal against Jefferson. As for Minnesota, like I've been saying, Kirk Cousins can't win 4 o'clock, can't win in the later games. He can't. That 33-0 comeback was a fluke. It was a fluke. They blew that. Minnesota blew that game. Kirk Cousins blew that game. Bad read on 4th down. He had a wide open man. But nope. Also, you had Jefferson on somebody. They got Jefferson away from Adoree Jackson on that 4th down. But here's the problem. Kirk Cousins didn't read the defense. That's why I say Kirk Cousins will never win the big games unless it's a 1 o'clock game. Because that dude just never loses in 1 o'clock. When it comes to 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock games, that dude loses. He got lucky. The refs helped. He got lucky that the refs robbed New England on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the Bengals and Ravens. The Ravens defense played well, surprisingly. I thought Joe Burrow was going to have a field day because the Ravens are not going to be prepared. Joe Burrow is already going to have played that defense twice. He's going to know how to beat them now. Well, the Ravens defense came to play. They held Joe Burrow to 17 points. Joe Burrow did not play good. For Joe Burrow standards, he did not play good. Ja'Marr Chase got locked up. Marlon Humphrey kind of owns Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase cooked him one game, locked him up earlier. Same with Marcus Peters. He also locked him up in the playoffs. And he locked them up in Week 18. All right, let's talk about that 4th down. Let's talk about that 3rd down and goal play call by Greg Roman. You ran a QB sneak and a jump. You told Tyler Huntley to go over the top because you thought the Cincinnati Bengals were going to crash the line of scrimmage and stuff Tyler Huntley. But no. The Bengals did the complete opposite of that. So guess what happened? A defensive end took a fumble 98 yards to the house. That's Greg Roman. And man, if James Prochet caught that ball. If James Prochet caught that ball, that probably would have been the greatest touchdown in the playoff game ever. In my eyes, if Baltimore scored to go down or on that play, I would have went for 2. I don't like the Ravens' chances in overtime. They would lose. And also, Eli Apple, you're trash. You have proven me right. You've proven me nothing but right. Eli Apple sucks. If the Bengals are ever going to win another Super Bowl, they need to get a secondary. They need to beef up that secondary because it is hot trash. Eli Apple was getting cooked by a washed up Demarcus Robinson. He's going to get murdered by Stephon Diggs, but at the same time, the Bills are going to get murdered in that game. It was 100% was a fumble. That was 100% a fumble. That was 100 billion% a fumble. He was never down. The ball was jarred loose. And it went to Sam Hubbard's hands, who took it all the way for a touchdown. And I don't care. That was a block in the back. Wouldn't have mattered. Bengals would have scored anyway. So, yeah, Bengals would have scored anyway, but that missed block in the back hurts. If Greg Roman's not fired, the Ravens will be the worst team in the league next year, and they'll get Caleb Williams. You stamp this in. The Ravens will be the worst team in the league if Greg Roman's not fired. They will be. So, Kansas City is playing Jacksonville next Saturday. The Giants play Philly. Then Sunday, Bengals and Bills, 4:00 game. And then the last game is either Dallas or Tampa, which I will get to tomorrow, Tuesday, because I live on the East Coast, if y'all didn't know. I will get to that and recap it. If you want to know who I think is going to win, I am picking the Cowboys. Yes, I'm picking the playoff Cowboys. Can't believe I'm doing it. God damn it, I hate the flu. I hate the flu so much. I'm getting that flu shot when I'm able to. Because my whole family got it. That's the problem. My whole family got the flu. I've gotten flu shot and I've avoided the flu. I avoided the flu for an entire year when I got the flu shot. I do against Tampa. Tampa's defense is not that good. Their pass rush is, but their secondary sucks. You can thank Greg Roman for that, Hokie. You know it too. You can thank Greg Roman for that. But Caleb Williams will be a Raven, so Caleb Williams will be a Raven. I'm calling it now. Caleb Williams is going to Baltimore. Caleb Williams will end up with the Ravens. Kellen Moore is easily outclassing Byron. Kellen Moore outclassed him last year. And it was in Tampa with Bruce Arians. I think Dallas can win in Tampa with Todd Bowles. I think they definitely can, and I think they will. Todd Bowles is an idiot. He doesn't know how to game plan. Yeah. If the Bucks lose, god damn it, I'm rooting for the Giants. If the Giants lose, then god damn it, I have no choice, but I gotta root for the Cowboys. If the Bucks and the Giants, if the Bucks lose, go Giants. If the Giants lose, hope the Cowboys win. Can't believe I would root for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl if the Bucks and the Giants both lose. Can't believe I'm doing it. I cannot believe it. I would never want those idiots to win the Super Bowl, but if the Bucks and the Giants both lose, I would hate pretty much everyone remaining. The one I would hate the least, if you could call it that, the fucking Cowboys. Fuck the Jags. Fuck the Chiefs. I lost all of my respect for the Bengals. No, it was Antoine Winfield because he failed his assignment. Burrow's still getting killed. Y'all don't have an offensive line. In fact, another starter just got hurt. Now Jonah Williams is trash. But dude, Alex Kappa's mid. Lyle Collins should not be playing anymore because he literally murdered someone before the draft. Burrow's O-line is still getting him killed. And literally in his first year, Burrow was a first-read quarterback, and Burrow's still first-read quarterback. He looks for Jamar Chase every single time. Whenever I watch the Bengals, the dude only looks for his first read. Yeah. And some dudes are like, the Ravens should get Sean Payton. I'm like, no, 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 no. I do not want the Ravens to get Sean Payton. Nobody in the locker room will like playing for him. Nobody will. Literally, after Jameis got hurt against Tampa, the locker room just fell apart. Sean Payton lost the locker room when Jameis got hurt. He lost it. Are you joking me? Bro. Bruce Arians is literally the reason he was that good. Just like Andy Reid is the reason Eric Bieniemy isn't getting interviews. Eric Bieniemy sucks. I saw the Colts wanted to interview him. Thank you, Jim Irsay. It's all your fault that you're a complete mess. It's all your fault. It's only your fault. You need to sell the team. Colts need a new owner. Dude, Jim Irsay is all his fault that Andrew Luck retired. All his fault. All his fault that he's mismanaging the quarterback situation. It's completely his fault. It's only his fault. He needs to sell the team. Thanks a lot, Jim. It's your fault. If you don't hire Jim Caldwell, you're an idiot. Yes. Absolutely. Jim Irsay deserves. I actually want the Colts to succeed. I really do. I've never hated the Colts, even after Manning left, because I love Peyton Manning. He's my favorite football player of all time. Peyton Manning got me into football, but if he is literally done, actually, no, if Jim Irsay ruined that team. Jim Irsay ruined the Colts. Jim Irsay ruined the Colts. I think we're going to see 3 quarterback retirements. Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers. Yes, I think Aaron Rodgers will retire. And Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan are done. They are done. They're both done. They look awful this year. They were cooked. I mean, Matt Ryan got fucked by Jim Irsay, but who's to say Matt Ryan literally makes O-lines worse? Tom Brady, why he retires? If y'all did not know about this, there's a lawsuit by crypto that Tom Brady is involved in. That's probably why he's been contemplating retirement. Even during the season, he's been contemplating retirement because of the lawsuit that he's involved in. It involved him, Gisele, and Curry. It involved those three. Don't get me wrong. I like Tom Brady. But I don't think he can handle playing another year while he's involved in a lawsuit. I don't. Especially at his age. I seriously don't. Now, apparently, Aaron Donald changed his Twitter bio. He changed it to former Rams defensive lineman. Is he going to retire? Is Aaron Donald going to retire now? That's another question. Aaron Donald is a mystery now. I put blame on Shanahan, too, because of his play calling. Because, dude, why are you not running the ball? Why are you not milking clock when you're in field goal range? You could just run the ball, milk the clock, kick a field goal, seal the game. You're up more. That's on Shanahan. Now, Matt Ryan did take a sack. They did get back in the field goal range, but here's the problem. The O-line took a holding penalty. That was a Shanahan game. That was Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan and Matt Ryan. Now, I've never been I was never a Matt Ryan fan. I thought Matt Ryan was overrated. One point, after he won the MVP, I thought he was the most overrated quarterback in NFL history. That's how overrated I thought Matt Ryan was. Out of all the current quarterbacks, I'm going to get flack for this. I think Josh Allen is the most overrated quarterback. Here's why. Before he got Stephon Diggs, he was horrible. He was absolutely terrible. He couldn't hit anything. He was so inaccurate. He could only run the ball. And here's a problem with Josh Allen. He literally turns the ball over so many times. He is so turnover happy. He's the reason the Bills weren't the 1 seed. It's Josh Allen. You can say the DeMar Hamlin situation fucked them, and by all means, I hope DeMar Hamlin is all right. But they would never have been in that situation if Josh Allen didn't lose them the Jets game and the Vikings game. He lost both of those games. The Jets with his bonehead decision-making. The Vikings, 2 horrible red zone interceptions. One of them was in overtime and lost them the game. And he dropped the ball at the 1-yard line, and Minnesota pounced on it in the end zone for 6. That was Josh Allen. That is the reason the Bills weren't the 1 seed. The exact reason the Bills weren't the 1 seed. Allen did not play well the first time against Miami. And I don't know if y'all watched that game or not. Lamar Jackson dismantled that same Miami defense. Not hot. I don't think that game will be close. I'm picking Cincinnati to win by 20. I think Kansas City will beat Jacksonville. I just don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to go into Arrowhead and beat Kansas City. I seriously don't. Winner of this Bucs-Cowboys game is going to get slapped by San Francisco. I'm going to be honest, y'all, and I genuinely think this. The Giants can go into Philly and upset the Eagles. They almost did it with Davis Webb. They can more than definitely do it with Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones is actually good. Giants just hired the wrong coaches for him. Brian Dable revived him. Saquon Barkley should win Comeback Player of the Year. Shouldn't even be close. Yeah, you guys almost won with Davis Webb. You guys can definitely beat them with Daniel Jones. 100%. Extend Jones. Extend Jones. Get a wide receiver one. Beef up the offensive line. Add another corner. Bam. Bam. You'll be set. Yeah, the whole AFC is beatable. I think if it's the Bengals or the Bills in the Super Bowl, they both will lose to the 49ers. And there's no excuse for Hurts because you put 27 on that Dallas defense with Gardner Minshew. And it was the regular season. The Giants are going to do anything they can and want to do in order to win that game. And they will do anything to end Philly's season. They will do it. Trust me. Just like Seattle tried to do anything they possibly could to end the 49ers, but Geno Smith is a bust. Geno Smith is not the reason they made the playoffs. A monster season from Kenneth Walker and a great coaching year for Pete Carroll is the reason they made the playoffs. Okay, you're ballsy for picking the Giants. I think Philly's going to win. Granted, I won't be surprised if the Giants beat them, but you're pretty ballsy for that, Hokie. You're also ballsy for thinking Tampa. Okay, just wait till this game's over and then make your picks. I know for the games that are out so far, I have Kansas City, Philly, and the not the Eagles, the Bengals winning. I think we're gonna get a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. I mean, for Daniel Jones standards, he balled out, and it was his first playoff game too. Everyone I know, other than the people in Discord, had picked Minnesota. They all picked Minnesota. I told them all Giants will win. Minnesota is not as good as everyone says they are. Justin Jefferson, he got clamped. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, Hokie. But if the Bengals play the 49ers, the Bengals have no chance in hell. I picked San Francisco. You mean LA. You mean LA. The Chargers are not in San Diego. Good God, that probably was the worst cough all day. Call me crazy. I'm going to go with the Lions. I'm going to go with Detroit. Dan Campbell has his guys only going up. Detroit went from 1-6 to a winning record. all they need to do is get a better defense and get a better quarterback, because I don't think Jared Goff is the guy, but he did what he needed to. But he did what he was supposed to do. I see it's a habit thing, just like I call Acrisure Heinz Field. Either of them or the Falcons. But the biggest chokers in the league, hands down, Bills. Bills. Hands down, Buffalo. If it's Cincinnati, San Francisco in the Super Bowl, I'm taking San Francisco to win it. I don't think it would be close. The Bengals O-line would get demolished by that 49er defense. The 49ers actually have a really good secondary. It's slowed down a bit, yeah. I think it'll have a field day next week, depending on who they play. I think Mike Macdonald called a great defensive game. I think Green Bay will make the playoffs with Jordan Love. I think Aaron Rodgers retires. Aaron Rodgers held Green Bay back. I don't think Cincinnati should be counted out. I think Buffalo's the one who should be counted out. I don't see how Buffalo has a chance. I don't see it. I got Cincinnati 49-20. I'll do my divisional round picks on like Wednesday. But I know I'm not going to do anything. No, I'm not even watching the Bucks game today, because I just sit back and relax when it comes to a holiday, because it's a holiday. All I do is play games, sit back, relax, and eat, shower, and go to bed. That's all I do. Aaron Rodgers almost said, "I'm done." But no, he didn't say anything. Tampa or San Francisco? No. 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 I want Tampa to beat Dallas and San Francisco. Trust me. I want to. But can Tom Brady win on the road in San Francisco? We know Tom Brady's the GOAT, but can he beat the 49ers defense in San Francisco? Maybe if he had Bruce Arians, then I would pick Tampa, because Bruce Arians always does good against the 49ers. Even with Jameis, he called a good offensive game. Jameis Winston just lost that game. I remember I almost went to that game because it was in Tampa. If Tampa had Tom back then, they would have won that game. Tom would have demolished them with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Bruce Arians calling plays. I mean, I'm doing it tonight. If the Bucks went in, I'm 5 for 6, but I'll be happy because fuck the Cowboys. If the Cowboys win, I'm still perfect. So yeah, I think San Francisco wins that. If the Giants beat Philadelphia, That would be one hell of an NFC title game if you ask me. San Francisco and the New York Giants. Two good defenses. Two hot quarterbacks in Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy. Um, two teams that honestly look good so far. After these playoff games, my biggest winner is no question the New York Giants. No question them. No question. New York Giants. Biggest winner. No question. He's been throwing the ball well. Lately he's actually been able to throw the ball. And if Darius Slay get burnt by T.Y. Hilton, then yeah, he can definitely get burnt by Isaiah Hodgins or Darius Slayton. But I think the Niners will win the NFC. Niners Chiefs or Niners Bengals. If the Bills beat the Bengals, the Chiefs are winning the AFC. The Chiefs will definitely win the AFC. Dallas is going to win. Todd Bowles is not going to prepare. I know it. He's not going to prepare his dudes. I can see the Giants winning, but I think Philly's going to win. I don't think this Bengals game against Buffalo is going to be a competition. I think the Bengals go up big early and they wash the Bills away. I think that's what's going to happen. See, if they go up big on the Chiefs could come back. The Chiefs can come back. The Bills, no, they can't. No, they cannot. The Bills like to blow you the fuck out. Josh Allen does not know how to lead a game-winning drive. Now, my thing is to let Josh Allen cook, but when they've let him cook, he turned the ball over. Like, they were losing to Minnesota in overtime, and McDermott and Dorsey were like, Josh, you go out there, call your shots. And now you got the Miami and the refs. Yeah, the refs have been helping the refs are helping Buffalo out. Speaking of teams of ref help, speaking of teams that ref help, look at the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, ref help, blatant ref help. I was so mad when they called roughing the passer on the Giants. It was a BS call. Should never have been made. It was horrible. Why are you calling it? Horrible call. You almost robbed the Giants out of a win. Yo, what up, Kevin? Yeah, and they gave Minnesota a first down when it wasn't a first down. The thing they reviewed it and overturned it. Good God. What type of ref help? Jesus Christ. What up, Hurricanes? Like, what do you want the guy to do? You want him to just let back on him and let him make the throw? Is that what you want him to do? I didn't think they'd be this bad, though. That's the problem. I did not think they would be as bad as they were. I don't think anyone did. I thought they would be bad, but I didn't think they would be this bad. Good Lord. Oh, no. I know their defense isn't that good. I didn't think they would be this bad. I didn't think Arizona would be this bad. I didn't think everything possible would go wrong for them. Byron Murphy getting hurt, Hollywood Brown getting hurt, James Conner getting hurt, Kyler Murray getting hurt. Everybody getting hurt. Dude, I'm saying this right now. The Bills are incredibly lucky they were playing against Skylar Thompson. Incredibly lucky. They played against Tua, Burrow, Mahomes, Alfie Lamar. Hell, even playoff Tom Brady. They are incorrect. They would have got killed. They got incredibly lucky they played Skylar Thompson. They are not going to survive Joe Burrow. I'm calling it. They will get blown out by the Bengals. They will get blown out. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Trey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It's a damn shame what happened to Kyler Murray. Torn ACL. Ban artificial turf, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. I've been saying since week 8 that they're overrated. No one wants to listen to me when I say they're overrated. I've been right. They are overrated. Green Bay laid out the blueprint on how to beat Buffalo. And then Buffalo lost their next 2 games. Lost to the Jets, and they lost to Kirk Cousins. And both of those games were because of Josh Allen, and only Josh Allen. I don't want to hear excuses for Josh Allen. He lost both of those games. Yeah, he is. I love Kyler Murray. I love that dude. He's my second favorite quarterback in the league. Believe me, he is. But he's overrated. He's definitely overrated and overpaid. No, but here's the thing, though. He's the reason y'all lost both of those games. The Jets game, boneheaded decision making. 2 interceptions. Both of them were his fault. One of them lost them the game. Minnesota game. Red zone interception. Dropped the ball at his own 1-yard line. Minnesota pounced on it for a touchdown. And then red zone interception and lost them the game in overtime. Just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Josh Allen lost both of those games. Should have lost to Miami the second time. You should have lost to Baltimore. You got lucky that John Harbaugh was in his own head that game, and Greg Roman called a bad game. And the defense played outstanding in that game. And Eric Bieniemy handed the Bills that game. They should have beat them. The Chiefs should have beat them. And now you almost lose to Skylar Thompson. You played down to the Jets in Buffalo. The Jets. You lost to the Jets. Losing to the Jets is bad. Bad. Losing to the Jets. More specifically, you lose to Zach Wilson. I never got the hype behind Zach Wilson. I knew he was going to be a bust. I was right. He is a bust. 7th round rookie. He's a 7th round rookie out of Kansas State for the Miami Dolphins. Skylar Thompson was actually doing good. He did good against Buffalo. If Skylar Thompson did that, Joe Burrow is going to have a field day with Buffalo. Joe Burrow is going to have a field day with that defense. I just know what's coming. Joe Burrow masterclass. I've been saying since week 8 the Bills are overrated. Everyone told me, they're the best team in the league. How are they overrated? I've been nothing but right about them. They lost to the Jets. Josh Allen blew that game. And they lost to the Vikings. Josh Allen blew that game too. Because what happened? 2 red zone interceptions. Both of them were on him. And he fumbled the ball at his own 1 in the end. And it went into the end zone. Minnesota fell on it for a touchdown. That is all Josh Allen. That is Josh Allen's fault. And they should have lost to Detroit too. They got lucky against Detroit. They got really lucky against them. And Josh Allen's a turnover machine. Josh Allen is a turnover machine. That's my problem with Josh Allen. That dude turns the ball over so much. He's basically Jameis Winston, but he's better. You get me? He throws better than Jameis Winston, but the reason I say he's kind of like Jameis Winston is because of the turnovers. That's it. I'm taking Joe Burrow over Josh Allen. Joe Burrow would not have lost to the Jets. They would have beat the Minnesota Vikings this year. Easily, too. Ja'Marr Chase would have murdered that defense. And y'all know me. I don't like Ja'Marr Chase, and I don't like Joe Burrow. Y'all know me that well. Yeah, but here's the thing, Hokie. Here's the thing. Buffalo almost lost to Skylar Thompson. They almost lost to Skylar Thompson. Mahomes is definitely one. Mahomes is one. It's not even close either. Even if Burrow beats Mahomes again, I'm still picking Mahomes over him. Mahomes is just a better overall quarterback. That's just how I view it. Mahomes is a better quarterback. And that's how I view it. Mahomes only has Travis Kelce. I mean, I'm taking Jarrett Stidham over Skylar Thompson. Jarrett Stidham balled out. Then the interception happened in overtime. It was the Steelers, but after week 4, it became the Bengals. And, well, I really hate Joe Burrow and Jamar. And if y'all know me well, y'all shall know exactly why I hate Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Y'all. Y'all should know exactly why. I say more McDaniels. Carr definitely had a little bit of blame, but I think McDaniels deserves more blame than Carr. Carr definitely deserves blame. There's games that Carr blew. Then there's games that McDaniels blew, like the Colts game. That was on McDaniels. The Jags game, McDaniels. The Chiefs game, that was McDaniels. That was all Josh McDaniels. That was all his fault. You can't convince me it wasn't McDaniels' fault. Is that even a question? Obviously, the Brownies. They have the rapist Cosby. And we are all about the integrity of football. If you really were about that, why'd you make Greg Williams a head coach? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because y'all don't care about integrity of football. Y'all don't care about what these dudes have done. You still bring them in. And they employ Kareem Hunt. Give him a new coaching staff. That's my thing. Give Herbert a new coaching staff. Then I'll be the judge. We should all be the judge if Herbert gets a new coaching staff. If he gets a coaching staff with Sean Payton, Big Ben never got a pass. He never did. He gets hate for it. There's people in Pittsburgh who don't even like Ben Roethlisberger. One, I deal with these idiot. I deal with that fan base. It's annoying dealing with them now because they made a Super Bowl run and they think they're the shit. And I hate Joe Burrow. I hate Jamar Chase. Tua wouldn't have. I do think Tua would have beat Buffalo if he was fully healthy. I think the Dolphins would have won that game. Oh well. Okay, you're getting timed out for that. That is not the reason. Sorry, Hokie, but I'm gonna do it. Cowboys 37, Bucks 20. I just think the Dallas run game is gonna be enough to win that game. I may change it because I can tell y'all right now, it's gonna be really cold. It's gonna be cold by 8 o'clock. It's gonna be cold. Trust me, it will be a cold night. It will be a cold night. Trust me. It's going to be cold. Literally the only teams I wanted to win the Super Bowl, Chargers, the Ravens, or the Bucks. Because I think all 3 of them are going to be one and done. God damn it, I'm rooting for the Giants. And if they get eliminated, then god damn it, I got to root for the Cowboys. And if they get eliminated, I have no hope. Fuck the Jags. Fuck the Chiefs. I lost all my respect for the Bills after that Pittsburgh game. Oh, you tried to welcome tape into the league. Fuck out of here. There's no excuse to cheap shot someone when you're up by 35. No excuse. You don't do that. That's not cool. That's not called for. Fire him and Lombardi. Try to trade for Sean Payton because the Chargers are the only ones who want to trade, who would trade a first round pick just to get Sean Payton. They're the only ones who would do it. Get Sean Payton. Let Sean Payton bring in his own guys. But tell Sean Payton, no Greg Williams. Because we don't want another bounty gate to happen with the Chargers. And after what Greg Williams did with the Jets, we don't want him. Bring in Sean Payton. I never liked Michael Vick. I thought Michael Vick was overrated. Michael Vick is the most overrated quarterback in NFL history. You can have a great throwing arm all you want. That dude was not an accurate passer. No. It was the whole LSU thing. And I hate how overrated he is in college. One good year. He was a backup to JT Barrett. Yeah, the Cowboys beat the 49ers in 92 in the NFC title game in San Francisco. In San Francisco. And the 49ers and the Cowboys ended up winning the Super Bowl, demolishing Buffalo. They blew them out 55-20. I don't know the score, but I know the Cowboys got 50 burger. And I'm not gonna go with the. I am not a huge Spider-Man guy, so I'm not gonna say it. Oh, LeBron is 364 points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or tying him because he got the 38K tonight against Philly. He can break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record. Honestly, as much as I hate LeBron, I hope he breaks that record. I like to see records get broken, regardless if it's a player I hate. I don't like that it had to be LeBron to break the record, but I'm glad the record's going to get broken. Also, I'm going to say this now. Luka has a new father. Damian Lillard is his new Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, the new father of Luka. Damian Lillard literally dropped 36 on Luka. Then the very next game, he drops 40 on him. I kind of do too, but I've watched the NHL the most. Emily the second. I got disinterested in the NFL after Dallas just annihilated Minnesota. I was like, wow. I am not interested. I'm starting to get disinterested in the NFL already. That was before the NBA. That's ridiculous. I don't know how that happened, but it did. San Antonio, just another rebuild. Just a rebuilding year, but we'll be back if we make the right moves. Pop retires. Pop will retire. Giants won't. I don't think the San Francisco Giants are going to suck. They might make the playoffs, honestly. I think the Padres are going to underperform. Yeah, That was ridiculous. I still love him. I just think it should be retired. Are you kidding me? Who gives a flying fuck about them? Who gives a flying fuck about the Reds? Nobody. They're so bad and so irrelevant, nobody cares about them. I don't care about the Reds. I don't. It's only the Cubs and the Brewers I don't like in that division. The Brewers I respect a little. The Cubs, no. Will never respect them. The Tampa Bay Rays are going to be the worst team in the East. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. This team is not fine. Now with Eric Neander and Kevin Cash didn't fire a single one of his coaches. He's on the hot seat. Kevin Cash, you're on the hot seat. You are on the hot seat. If you don't do anything with this again, because you did something last year of injuries, the coaches, I said, you need to fire your hitting coach. And you didn't fire any of them. You didn't fire them. So you're now on the hot seat. If you don't do anything and you don't fire them, you need to get fired with them. You do have talent. You got that Japanese insane freak coming in. You got Rafael Devers, who's one of the best third basemen in all of baseball. You have way more talent than we do. Trust me. And our pitchers are injury prone. Our bullpen is garbage. The worst teams are going to be the Tampa Bay Rays, Cincinnati Reds, Anaheim Angels. No order. No order. I think the Reds are the worst team in the league, but the Rays and the Angels are not far behind. The Angels are horrible. They're horribly ran. They're mismanaged. They ruin players. There's look at Anthony Rendon. He fell off a cliff, and now he's injury prone. Dude is made of paper mache now. After getting that contract and winning a World Series and having an MVP caliber season in Washington, he goes to the Angels, gets a bag, and is made of paper mache. I don't know. Devers is not overrated, dude. Devers is not overrated. You know who I think Rays fans overrate? Wander Franco. I love Wander Franco. He's a good ball player. But us Rays fans really overrate him. Judge is a monster. A lot of respect for Judge. No reason to hate Judge. Yeah. Have you seen what the Pirates owners? Have you seen Stu Sternberg? Have you seen the Castellinis? Dude. No, the Reds and the Rays are worse than both of those teams, dude. Trust me, I'm a Rays fan. We are worse than both of those teams. I even say the Angels are worse. I don't care they have Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. They're horribly ran. They have a horrible front office. Their ownership is horrible. Their coaching is horrible. Everything about that team is horrible outside of Trout and Ohtani. That team sucks. They're winning 50 games. Trust me. Have you seen Castellini's? Oh, yeah, you guys are. But we're not too far behind. We are not too far behind. Trust me. Trust me. We are not too far behind. We are about as bad, but y'all are better. Actually, no, y'all are worse. Yeah, and y'all know why I say he's not a clutch quarterback. Thank you. I don't know why this one guy is telling me they're not going to be the worst team in that division. They will be. Trust me. I know how the Angels work. They're mismanaged. They're horribly ran. Their owner is horrible. Their coaching is horrible. They ruin players. Dude, it's like I called the Angels would collapse in 2021 and 2022. Guess what? Guess what? I was right. I was right. I was right. I nailed it. The Angels are a joke. Yeah. Just like I'm going to see us get murdered by the Atlanta Braves and probably get murdered by the LA Dodgers. All us people in Tampa have that we even care about now, the Tampa Bay Lightning. All Tampa sports fans, they don't care about the Bucks, although they're in the playoffs. They're not firing a single coach. I agree. I take care. I'm gonna end this stream. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for my Bucks Cowboys recap. I'll see y'all on Wednesday for my divisional round predictions. Votto is literally washed. Dude, Votto spent most of the year in minors. He's washed. And India fell off. India fell off a cliff after that good start. Anyways, peace.